Hello everyone, my name is Dustin McLean, and this is my multimodal composition. I will start with the day I fell in love with games, which was the day I played my first RPG, called World of Warcraft, or simply WoW. I was about 13 years old and I was visiting my cousin. When I walked into his room, I found him playing a game I've never seen before, on his nice new black Dell computer. This game was astonishing to say the least. The graphics were amazing. My cousin's towering avatar had two big swords which had an icy texture and ocean blue vapor coming off them. The armor in which he had also looked quite amazing in detail. His avatar had on a helm which had two big horns and dreadful blue eyes. His shoulders had big green shining orbs of light, and on his chest was a shining light in the shape of a diamond, and just below on his belt was a death-defying skull with a poison green glow to it. The avatar's pants and shoes had lines of green light going up them for a nice finish to the set of gear. Although this was amazing to me, this was far from the best part. As I watched him play, he showed me an instance called Naxxramas, or Nax for short. This instance had huge bosses that took 40 people to even have a chance at beating it. One of the bosses was a gigantic undead ogre called an abomination. This boss in particular was named Patchwork. His stomach was ripped open with his intestines and insides falling out. The hole in his stomach also looked as if it was a mouth. He had a third arm coming out of his back which held a hook-shaped weapon. He also had a hatchet and another hook which was attached to a chain as weapons. The massive boss took him about 15 to 20 minutes to kill. The other features this amazing game had was that you could make your character laugh or dance or even wave at someone. And best of all, you get these things called mounts, which were animals that you could summon to get around faster. The game has many mounts which range from tigers to raptors to even dragons that can fly. With the combination of epic gear and the gigantic fluorescent dragon mount, it felt like I was king of the world when playing. After I played World of Warcraft, I've never put the games down. I have played over 300 games and beaten 80% of them. After playing for a good 6 hours, I began to wonder, what would it take to make a game? Which led my cousin to show me a little bit about game design. Although I fell in love with games because of WoW, it wasn't my introduction to game design. A game called Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was. My cousin showed me all kinds of cool things I could put into the game. He showed me how to code weapons and cars, and even long curvy roads to drift on. The moment I learned how to code things in this game, I fell in love with game design. It was like I became instantly addicted to everything about games, and it has been my goal to get a degree in game design ever since. With that said, there is more to games than just coding and playing them. A lot of writing has to be done in order for anything to be done. Every little detail in a game has to be written out in order for anyone to design or code anything. For example, all the cool armor in World of Warcraft had to be explained in words so the designers had an idea of what they were going to design. Writing for games plays as blueprints for a house. Without the blueprints, you couldn't build a house. And without writing, you can't design a game. Therefore, writing, in my eyes, is the most important part in designing a game. I would like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I have.